Now ever since I bought this truck, never have liked those grandpa style tube steps. And I've often thought about replacing them with something. I've mentioned that more than once in my videos. And if I was to do it, it'd look something like this. Because yeah, nothing would give me more pleasure than taking a sawzall out of that thing and ripping those things to shred. They're only held on by 2 bolts. 2 bolts hold those dang things on. And you can see that one's already bent down the rear. There's nothing left to say for these things. Let's just get on with it. Not sure at what point the GoPro actually ran out of power, but yeah, let's go from here. The pipes themselves, they're stainless. You just saw them burn through 3 or 4 blades on the Sawzall. Obviously the Sawzall doesn't do stainless. But there's definitely some rust come from somewhere. I just left it all over the driveway there. But check this out. Oh, doesn't that look just so much cooler now? A lot more ground clearance appears to have anyway. Oh boy, you look at that frame, and it's definitely time to recoat that bugger now that it's springtime. Well, yeah, why would I be willing to do that? Cacao, there we go. Big long box of goodness from NFab. Let's open that up and put it on. Of course, I'd also note I have a strong desire to get a corded version of this here tool. Definitely need to go get a new pack of blades. Obviously I burnt through all of my metal. I've got 2 wood blades left. Definitely fried that and the 2 other blades. That's why you saw me break out the... I was trying to do it just with the Sawzall, but I had to break out the angle grinder. Yeah, I had the power cord out because I was wondering if that was going to be necessary or not. But yeah, I need a corded version of this. I mean, it's nice to have it without cords, but yeah, I need it corded. And then we'll take all of that crap to a dumpster and get rid of it. Alright, but yeah, let's open up this here box of NFab goodness and get it put on the truck. Alright, there's what we get. 2 Nerf steps, 1 sheet of instructions, 1 baggie of hardware. Yeah, these, I'm liking these much more. Interesting thing, they got the little step downs, but they left that open, which is curious to me. I'm trying to figure out by the instructions how much all of this actually matches up with factory side steps. We'll see. Now this sort of pisses me off. Because right here you see the example of one of the factory points for mounting running boards. There are 5 of these on this side. The sun's in the way. If I go down it's going to get glared. Crap. But yeah, you see another one. But what do they use? They're using that contraption, which I'm guessing goes into the pinch weld and then up here. So pinch weld and then here. There's no holes in it here. I don't know if they mean for you to bolt that in anywhere. They definitely do there. So they're expecting you to drill some holes here and put it in, but no, it pissed me off. You already got a factory solution right there. Boo on you, NFab. Making it for a Suburban. Use what the factory does, for Pete's sake. I thought this would be an easy bolt-in, but no. This is going to take a little bit more time. It pisses me off when the factory spends all that time engineering something and an aftermarket company just ignores it and does their own damn thing. And maybe it's because this, I'm guessing, extra cab short bed pickup truck has the same wheelbase as a Suburban. And I'm guessing that this set of bars is meant to fit that truck as well. that truck won't have all these air conditioning lines in the way. And so NFab's solution would work just fine. But these things are in the way, and specifically one of the mount tabs comes up right in here. I can't get that crap out of the way. I don't know how I'm supposed to solve that. And they talk about freaking, let's figure out how to unhook these. Move the freaking AC lines out of the way, I guess, but what a pisser. You got factory mounts right there you could have used. And you just piss them away because you want to make it work for multiple vehicles. At this point, beggars can't be choosers, because this is about the only company that makes them for these trucks. What I'm finding is more and more the GMT 400s are not being supported by the aftermarket anymore. They're starting to get dropped, parts and pieces and things, so I've got to make this one work. It's more work than I thought. I thought I'd be able to just use, boom, boom, those two mounts times 5, and I'd be good to go. And so I'd been done in another 30 minutes. So I'm going to sit here and bellyache for a second, and then I'm going to figure out how to get it done. Alright, catch up to you in a minute. So this is the first NFab product I've ever bought, and likely to be the last. There's no way they test fit this on an actual truck before they freaking send it out. Their jig sucks if they're using a jig. I got one bolt in there, and they're carriage bolts. I hate carriage bolts. There, I can't. No, I didn't. You drill off just a little bit and you're not going to make it. So if you're doing this one, if you're unlucky enough to follow me and do this dent that's right there, you got to be drilling in that. And I don't like the frickin', you're not getting through the multiple pieces of metal right there. You're just getting on the edge of one of them just to be able to make that sucker fit. I'm going to fix in mine, but I played around with bending this freaking edge and everything, doing everything I can. I can't get this one. That will not go closer. That one down there, I got both of them in, which is okay, that's nice. That's the driver's side front where an adult's actually going to stand, but I say that, and yet this step back here for the door is where you stand if you're trying to put a baby in it. I understand the cantilever approach here, but this right here will force up into the body when it's got downward force on the arm, and that actually gives it pretty good stability. But no, this sucks. The execution of it sucks, because I can't get that one anywhere near. There's no way. I can't. I got those ones in. But that's nowhere near where I can get a freaking bolt to it. I got the holes decently aligned, but it's just not going to happen. I don't know. I'll try one more time on that one, but I think the solution I'm going to go after will be easier on the other side than this. But this is, all of this is, God, I can't do that holding the light. But all of this up here where the light is at, that is the sill plate. It's under the sill plate, so I can go from I can drill a pilot hole from the bottom up in through the sill plate. I don't have the hardware for it today, so it ain't happening today. Sometime next week I'll do it. But I can drill that in and freaking put some nuts and bolts there under the sill plate and get 2 more points. I mean, look at this. You're right next to freaking factory hardware that would have held. Big freaking 3/8 inch. Yeah, so no, not even that. Maybe 1/8 inch steel. What those brackets are made out of. Oh, this pisses me off. If this is what NFab's products are like, no thank you, I ain't buying their shit again. I like the look of this style bar because it's nice and tight. It's a lot tighter to the body, and you only got the steps hanging out. So that's what I was after, but that's the sad thing is, for this truck, for the GMT 400s, I'm not finding anybody else producing this stuff. It's just pissing me off. Everybody's starting to drop these trucks because, oh, they're just too old. I'm having a bad day with this install. I'm going to get back to it. I suppose before I lose light totally, I ought to show what it looks like out here. And there's what it is. I mean, it'll be a nice install once I'm done and I actually do it the right way. Sons of mothers. You know what I'm saying? That other top mounting point comes in right here. So I remove this sill plate and I'll be able to put a couple of bolts in right there to hold it in up top here. Right now, I think you could stand on it. But it moves way too much for my liking, so yeah. I'm going to have to put 2 bolts in here underneath that sill plate. That'll be another day. That'll be part 2 of this video. Again, I say there is no way they actually test fit it on a truck because the middle one does not fit. It will not line up. You can't get that near the pinch seam. It just won't work. And these ones I figured out There's a body, a little panel screw in there. So I had to snap that off, snap it off there, snap it off on that one. But the screws that, you know, like right here, these screws that hold in your sill plate. There's another one right there. They pick spots where those screws are at. I mean, you got plenty of real estate that it's not, like right here. It could have been right there real easy. And this one could have been a little forward. There's space right there. There's space. They didn't do it. They didn't design this correctly. These things are wobbly as shit too. I understand that these plates are supposed to land up there. And it's supposed to give it what it's, you know, what it needs for tension, but they don't. So I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna bolt through there to this metal. To do that, I'm gonna have to slip some frickin' washers in between there just to make sure it fits right. I don't know. I'm not happy with these. My advice is, yeah, they look good, they look cool, but unless you're willing to fight them or you're willing to pay someone else to fight them, stay away from them. But it's just the thing. There's not much else I could do for a good set of side steps. You know, those other ones, you know, they were bolted to that body mount up front and bolted to the frame in the rear. 2 bolts for the other ones. These ones nominally should have 6 bolts each, but you know, that doesn't line up. There's no way. There's no way you can get that to line up. There's no way you can get it in there. I'm fighting it for freaking 30 minutes trying to get it in there. I'm not happy with these at all. And you look at that, it doesn't fit like it should. Whatever jig they're using, they need to recheck that shit. I don't know. I'm looking at the thickness of the tube. It's 1/8 inch tube, I think. Yeah, so it's you know, somewhere in the neighborhood of 120 wall. It's not capped off there, so it's not going to hold any water in there. I don't know what that means. I don't know if these were built out of stainless steel or not, if I'm going to have these rusting off in 5 years. But I think I'm done for the day. Stay tuned for part 2 when I address it the way I think it should be. And I put 6 more bolts in these things and bolt it in, clamp it into this metal here. See if that gives it the stability, because then it won't be able to wiggle like that. I understand what they're doing. They're trying to make sure it lands on that, and if it did land on that, and if it did fit, it has an 1/8 inch there. It's an 1/8 inch. And this pinch weld, I mean, they didn't go far enough up in there. For some reason, these things will not seat up in there like you want them to. It feels like they should, but it's just, I don't know, maybe I should have bent the brackets or something. But that's, I don't know, I don't know. These things pissed me off. They're on. Now I got steps on the truck, but they're just not, they don't engender that much more confidence than the last set did, so whatever, I'm going to clean up the mess. I'm going to be done for today. Take the trash, do a shower, go find something else to do. This was supposed to be an easy job, and it would have been. I keep complaining. Had they actually used those freaking mounts, it would have been an easy job. I'd have been done in freaking 30 minutes. No, it's been a couple hours I've been out here. But, oh well, they're on. It's the look I want, but nice and tight to the body. I mean, you can't even get a finger up in there. Barely. Nice and tight to the body. Just some simple hoops with good tread on them. I mean, that part, I mean, this part of the stuff I like. It's the mounting system. The mounting system is where they crapped it. They totally crapped the bed on this one. But alright, I'm going to shut this down. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this will teach you whether or not you want to do this one, if you want to play around and have to figure it out like I did, and still have to. But thanks for listening to me whine and bellyache, and thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.